All right, Shalom, this is your brother Yawanathan. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And I want to say Shalom to all the brothers and, of course, the few sisters who are pursuing this truth in sincerity. All right, may the blessing of election be upon your house. Now, all the wickedness that were done to the so-called Black, Latino, and Native American people is not going to go unanswered by who the world ignorantly calls God and his son, who they ignorantly call Jesus, whose real name is Yahushai, and the Father's name is Yahweh, meaning he is, and the Son's name meaning he is the deliverer. Now, people will say to themselves, oh, that was so long ago. You know, everybody went into slavery. Yeah, but there's a people who the Lord has chosen, and the apple of his eye was touched. And it was written that he would allow those things to happen to those people specifically. It was written that a whole list, a whole onslaught of curses would befall them and would be upon them for a sign and a wonder. But when he returned, justice would be given to those people. Okay? Who is the justice going to be taken out on? Well, the nation that touched the apple of the Lord's eye. When you go to Psalms 83, it tells you that the head of all the nations that were confederate against the nation of Israel was the nation of Edom. It's prophesied that the nation of Edom will be in rulership when the Lord returns. What race of people are in rulership across the earth? What race makes international laws that the majority have to abide by? Okay? It's Esau Edom, the so-called white man, hands down. And you know, you have people out there that don't want to get stupid. But you know who it is. And you know who touched the apple of the Lord's eye. Who fits the curses in Deuteronomy, the 20th chapter? Okay? The so-called Black, Latino, and Native American people. And those curses are going to be lifted upon the Lord's return. And with those curses being lifted, they're going to be put on our enemies, and there's going to be a justice or a recompense. Okay? Because this man's kingdom is going to be thrown down. Now, when we go to Genesis 9 and 6, also you go to Numbers 35, 33, it tells you that what? Whoso sheddeth the man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed, for the image of God made he man. Now, the primary, overtaking that we want to see is Yahweh coming back and throwing these nations down. He's going to be the one that delivers the bulk of the justice. But if Jacob's trouble happens, as these little skirmishes happens, as society crumbles, many of you regular old Edomites, man, are going to be caught in the crosshairs. Many, 2/3 of our people, they too are going to be caught in the crosshairs. But this is the beginning, the fall of this society is the beginning of the restoration of our nation and the beginning of our justice. Okay? And that's not something that we said we're going to rise up and do, because the weapons of our warfare are spiritual and not carnal to the pulling down of strongholds. That's the word. Okay? So again, I'll repeat. That's not something that we are to do of our own accord. The Lord is going to give us our justice. Okay? We're simply the forecasters foretelling the people what's getting ready to befall them. Okay? The weather broadcasters. And it's clear to see that a great storm is coming. What did the Lord say in Matthew, the 16th chapter? Actually, let's go get that really quick. Matthew, let me get it. Pull it up here. Me and Elder Menata Zakba, when we were Myrtle Beach, man, we used to start camp off with this all the time. For that period of time, right? There's certain precepts you bring out, annually, But it's in Matthew 16:1. The Pharisees also with the Sadducees came, and tempting, desired him that he would shew them a sign from heaven. Everybody wants this blatant sign, but the signs are as blatant as they could get, especially now. Verse 2, he answered and said unto them, when it is evening, ye say it will be fair weather, for the sky is red. And, Jake, you go get a feeling in his hip. He was like, oh, it's about to rain. But he doesn't see that these nations are gearing up for World War III. He doesn't see that the currency, is getting ready to be switched over to something digital, and people are getting these implants to merge with machine, and he doesn't see that that's the MOTB. Jake doesn't see that, hold up, wait. It doesn't make sense that our history starts with slavery. It's clear that we're different than the Hamites or so-called Africans. Let me dig more. Let me think. Let's see what information is out there. It doesn't dawn or register on it. Verse 3. And in the morning it will be foul weather today, for the sky is red and lowering. O ye hypocrites, ye can discern this, the face of the sky, but can you not discern the signs of the times? And one of the major signs that the Lord has given us to discern what time it is before he throws down any kingdom, what? He sets up his men to warn the people. All right, like it says in Jeremiah, 28:8. The men before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many kingdoms of war, evil, and pestilence. And America epitomizes all those things to the highest extent. Okay, now let's go back here. Let me get this. All right, Exodus 20. We're gonna start from the beginning, kind of comb through. All right, Exodus 21:16. It says, "And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death." Now, not only were we sold during the transatlantic slave trade all over the earth, all 12 tribes, but even unto this day, with the whole traffic king situation, all these hotels, even here in America, were caught up in the scandal. While everybody was worried about the submarine, all these hotels began to be being sued because they were found out to be nationally, cross-country wide, connected in a traffic king, and I'm saying it that way for the, YouTube likes to get silly, ring. So to this day, man, they're stealing our children, who do you think the majority of the kids that go missing, the over 500,000 kids that go missing annually just in America, who do you think the bulk of those kids are? All right, it's Israelite children. So even until this day, man, there's basically, you call it sex trafficking, but it's still a slave trade, really. They're sex slaves. There's still a slave trade going on till this day. And what, they get shipped all across the world. Man, you people got it coming. And justice is going to be served to us through our power, Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Okay, Numbers 35:33, which I mentioned in the beginning. "So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him who shed it." Okay, so yeah, man, this dude has a great bill that's due, and it's coming up. All right, Psalms 137:8. It says, "O daughter of Babylon," which we know is America, "who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones." Okay, and that's one of those dark sayings in the scriptures, man, that don't sit right with people. But you got to remember that spirits are ancient. Okay, and there's no new thing under the sun, so the people aren't new either. Okay, these bodies are simply vessels that we inhabit to operate on the earth, to dwell in the earth. Okay, but that's going to be a part of the judgment. What are they doing to our children? Okay, and they'll come back in the spirit, and some of them get to grow up again, because this is going to be, this is going to be in the kingdom. They're going those little babies that suffer that fate, they'll come back and they're going to work. They're going to be slaves. Okay, now let's go to Psalms 149:7. Okay, it says what? What does it say? To execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people. So who is this people when the Lord returns that punishment and vengeance is going to be executed upon them? Well, it's going to be all the nations, but chiefly the nation that was at the head of the council that was for our downfall. That's still for our downfall. You look at when they have those meetings with all the leaders of every nation, there's no representative for the nation of Israel. But all the other nations, they come up with all these laws that affect the masses, which is those decrees are really based or geared towards, dealing with the management of the nation of Israel. It's lucky. Now, let's go to, of course, we go to Isaiah 14, and I'll just read 2 real quick. It says, "And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids." Because verse 1 is, talking about fellow Israelites. "And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors." And this is, a part of the justice that's going to be bestowed, You understand? So, you know, this is something that a lot of jakes, they hear some of these precepts, they hear, man, they're just like, oh man, I don't know, because they haven't been given the eyesight to see the great evil that has been done to them. They have Stockholm syndrome. They don't understand that, man, look, bro. And also they don't understand how life and death works. When you understand how life and death work, it's not such a big deal to you anymore. Yeah, it's significant, okay, but it doesn't hold the same weight that it once held in your mind, you know, being here in Babylon, because you understand that it's not final. You understand that it's, you know, it could be a judgment sentence, but you come back. Spirits are, you know, energy. Energy doesn't get destroyed unless the Lord wants to take it out of the circle of life. Okay, but, you know, spirits always come back. So, you know, Jake can hear this and get bent out of shape about it when there's really no need to. Now in Ezekiel 35:5, it tells you what? Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword. Okay, this is talking about the nation of Edom. In the time of their calamity, in the time of their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord God, I will prepare thee unto blood, and shall pursue thee, since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. All right. Thus I will make Mount Seir, okay, Edom, most desolate, and cut off from it that passeth out of him that returneth, passeth out, and him that returneth. Okay. So, you know, after they served their slavery in the kingdom of heaven for that 1,000-year period, for that day, because a day with the Lord is as 1,000 years unto us, they're going to be taken out of that nation is going to be wiped off of the face of the earth. And who knows, the Lord might, you know, switch up the frequency on those spirits and put them in another nation. But, you know, it says in the scriptures that they're going to be, that line is going to be discontinued. All right? Bear with me really quick, guys. How you doing, man?
Oh, pretty good, bro.
There we go.
All right.
All right.
Too much money, and I got too much money. That is nice.